This is for real take 3. Welcome to the Mad Hatchet Horror Hour. This week's Mad Hatchet horror movie is Child's Play, made in 1988, rated R, so no kids. It was directed by Tom Holland. It stars Catherine Hicks, Chris... How do you say that?
I don't know.
Sarandon. Sorry, that's probably not how you pronounce that. Alex Vincent and Brad Dourif.
Written by
Dan Mancini.
Don Mancini. It's Don Mancini.
I can't even read my own handwriting.
Jeez.
That is the O.
It's okay, you're allowed to have mistakes.
Okay. Written by Don Mancini. Okay.
You good?
Do we need to do another?
Do you want to do it again?
No. Today, I have with me my padre and my madre. That's probably not the right word, but, you know. What's your guys' names?
I am Joseph.
And I am
Padre.
Crystal.
Madre. And yeah.
Welcome to the Mad Hatchet Horror Hour.
Yes.
You want to tell them a little bit about what you're going to be doing here first before we kick into the movie.
Mm-hmm.
You want to tell them a little
Okay.
bit about what this show is about.
Yes, this is the first episode of the Mad Hatchet Horror Hour. I wouldn't be doing this unless my dad didn't do a podcast, so check his out, Dad.
Oh, the Bonsai Movie Crew. We review a movie every week, and we talk about trivia for the movie and things of that sort. I do it with my friends Karen and Eric. So check us out. We're on Spotify, Amazon, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, and then we're also on YouTube. So
Yes. And then here at Mad Hatchet Horror Hour, Triple H.
Mad Triple H.
Mad Triple H.
Mad Triple A.
Sounds cool.
Not the wrestler.
Oh.
Because I wouldn't want him mad at me. Whatever, it was a bad joke.
That was bad.
That was a bad joke. Sorry.
Okay.
Dad joke.
Yeah.
Dad joke. Dad joke of the episode. Anyways,
There'll be more.
this is the first episode, so I'm going to explain to you what we're going to be doing here. So every other week we're going to be doing a horror movie review. And then the opposite every other week we're going to be doing a Mad Hatchet horror story review. That sounds
Not a
cool.
review, just a horror story.
Oh, Mad Hatchet horror story where I will
I think we would be terrible people if we reviewed actual murders and gave them ratings. Like, I don't know. Jeffrey Dahmer, maybe a 6.
It's okay. But this
It's
one
okay.
does a lot better.
I
Yeah,
would go to hell for something like
Ed
that.
Gein did it better.
Anyways.
We'd be terrible fucking people. Like, these fucking assholes. But then again, some people might get into that shit. Holy shit, they rate serial killers like
We should
based on how
watch
good they
that.
were at what they were doing.
Then everybody's going to want to do it to have a story about them.
Yeah, like, oh well, fuck, I gotta go out and kill somebody now. Let's see what rating
See
I
what
get.
rating I get.
I don't know. our
Instigate
local
murders. Oh my God.
Michael. What was our local one? Michael Hensley. Was that his name? Michael Hensley.
Yes.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't know, 3. Give him a 3. That's
I
fucked
know.
up.
We're all
Anyway,
terrible.
Madison, continue.
So every other week we'll be doing that, and then for that I'll have somebody, one, maybe 2 people here, and I'll tell the story of whatever horror story I want, Mad Hatchet horror story I want, and then I'll pretty much just have them react to it and see what their reactions are.
Yeah, you read it to us or read us the story, and as you read the story, we'll react to
Comment on it
it.
and stuff.
Comment on it. Like, what the fuck? Why was he eating them and wearing their skins?
Oh, yeah. Anyways, we should get into the review. Yes.
Do you want to give a synopsis of the movie? You don't have one, do you?
I do too.
Did
It's
you-
in my brain. It's about I'm trying to remember the one from yesterday.
Just look it up on your phone.
It's about... Hold on.
It's about... Hold on. In the meantime, let me dazzle you with spirit fingers.
I don't have any Wi-Fi out here.
You don't need Wi-Fi. You have service.
I know, that's why I'm turning off my Wi-Fi, so it stops trying to connect to the Wi-Fi. Chikes did plays. I spelled that very wrong. Child's play.
Oh.
Synopsis? There we go. Anyways, a single mother gives her son a much sought after doll for his birthday, only to discover that it is possessed by the soul of a serial killer. Cough, cough, Charles Lee Ray. We all know who that is, probably. This is gonna be like the worst thing ever.
No, it's not. So, I wrote some notes down. Did you guys
We
write
did.
notes down?
We wrote more notes than you. We were
Oh,
informed
for
of
sure.
that
Well,
yesterday.
I've seen this movie more times than you, so it's all up here.
I will freeze. I write everything down. Word for word.
Word for word. All right, what do you guys want to start with? Well, Crystal, what's your notes? What do you think?
Oh boy.
You can start, and I will give you little bits of my notes of
What did
I thought.
Okay. What did you think about whenever the babysitter was pretty much throwing Chucky around? How would you feel if you were in Chucky's shoes? What would you want to do to that woman?
Them some little
Well,
feet.
apparently he already did it and threw her out the window.
Well, apparently he expressed how he felt about it. He threw the
He
bitch
wanted
out of
the
the
bitch
window.
to die.
Yeah.
Okay. Dad, how did you feel about the toy hammer?
Oh, I wrote that down
Me
actually.
too.
I wrote down that what did I say for that? Hold on a minute. Oh, so they put real hammers in toy sets in the 80s?
Right, it didn't even look real either. It looked like a plastic toy.
Yeah,
That's what I said.
Even if I don't think a hammer is gonna, even a real hammer is gonna
It's
make
gonna
somebody back up fucking 6 feet and then
Fly
fall out of a
the
window. That's kind of ridiculous. You hit me in a fucking with a hammer, I'm just gonna like bend over in pain. Like, god damn it,
Right, I'm gonna be like, oh my god!
you fucking little bastard!
What was that for?
Andy, I'm gonna whoop your ass.
And right before she got hit by the bat, she like stared for a minute. Like just a blank stare. It wasn't like a reaction or anything. It was just a blank stare, and then you see a hammer come forward.
Well, yeah, she's probably staring at a fucking doll.
I wouldn't stare at it though. I'd be like, she was like,
They're also terrified.
she had this blank stare. I would have been like, what the, what? What is that?
It's a doll. It's a living doll.
Obviously, she didn't think that apparently.
Or she was, and that's why she was so startled.
People got weird reactions to things though.
I would at least tried instead of just being a coward toward him.
What I didn't understand about it was, okay, so the first thing he does as soon as he is at Andy's house, like is at his Andy's doll, he tries to leave the apartment, like he wants to escape the apartment. Why didn't he just do that to begin with before he was bought off of a peddler in the
Right.
streets?
What was stopping him from leaving the house right then and there? Why did he run away from the door? He had it unlocked.
Because he was about to get caught? I don't know. That's my guess. But either way, this is what I'm saying. Why didn't he just get out of the box after he was his soul was put into the doll? Why didn't he just get out of the box and?
he wasn't even in the box whenever his soul was put into it, was he?
Well, I'm sure he was put back into the
Yeah,
box.
he was put back into the box.
But either way, like, I didn't understand why he was trying to leave the apartment. Why didn't you just do that to begin with? Like, you didn't even have to be bought by this lady. You could have been, you know, as soon as the cop left the fucking toy store or whatever, why don't you just get up and walk out of the toy store?
That too.
My question is whenever Chucky was doing that and she thought she heard the noise and Andy's door was open, why wouldn't she go check to see if Andy was in bed?
was in bed, yeah. I would have went to his room.
So she was
first
kind of
before.
completely, the door was cracked and it shows that the door is cracked, but then she doesn't even go and check.
I wouldn't even. I wouldn't even go investigate the noise. I would just probably leave Andy.
Because Andy was the actual killer. What's a twist?
That's what they tried to pin it on him too.
Yeah.
Any other thoughts?
Yeah, I just wanted to say that Andy skipping school in the kindergarten, I bet by first grade he's selling meth. Just saying. That's...
Meth.
Yeah.
Meth. Yeah, for sure. If he's skipping
Where's
how
he
school...
gonna get it from?
And how
I
are
don't know.
these train drivers gonna let a boy on the bus and then drop him off?
That's what
and
I've
like
seen.
And not
an
even be
abandoned part of
concerned.
town
Yeah.
with no concern.
No concern. Oh, it's just a little boy and his doll.
He's supposed to be at school right now, but
Yeah. No concern whatsoever.
How did
like,
he even pay for the train?
exactly. That
that's
was my
another...
other
I
question.
figured... I thought,
too.
well, maybe it's a free train ride. I don't fucking know. I mean,
or
he
maybe
could always...
he snuck on. But
That's
you don't
poss-
sneak
Well,
on.
I would assume that he could walk in behind an adult and they would assume that that's their kid. You know, something
But
like
he
that.
waltzed out by himself.
Yeah,
I know,
he
that's what
waltzed
I'm saying,
out with
though,
him
like-
and Chucky, so there was no question they're just gonna let him be dropped off on a dump.
I guess, man. I don't fucking know. There's a lot of continuity errors in this movie. So... Okay, so the part where he was like in the car with the police officer,
Mhm.
he's like choking him out and shit. And first, the first thing the officer thinks to do is slam on the fucking gas instead of just hit the brake.
I think that was like a reflex, like whenever
Maybe,
people
but
get
or
choked out,
like,
they
oh
just-
shit, I'm getting choked out.
Yeah.
But he doesn't stop or anything.
He
and then
doesn't stop.
He proceeds to roll the car.
Yeah, well, I mean, I understand Chucky was and, like halfway through the thing. Chucky was down on the floor pressing on the gas,
Yeah.
but he's a fucking doll.
Yeah,
You can
kick
hit
him
the
in
brake
head.
or,
And
like,
then
hit the
whenever
emergency
the car
brake.
did roll, he could have grabbed him, but instead he hesitated for like 5 minutes, it felt like, and then he started shooting him.
Yeah, like I said, continuity errors.
Okay. Whenever whenever Andy was in the room talking to his doll, like just sitting there after he was supposed to be in bed talking to his doll, the mom walked in, she was like, "Who are you talking to?" And he's like, "Chucky." I would have thrown the kid out the window just like the other lady.
The kid?
Yeah, right out the window, talking to a doll. I don't like that.
I would have thrown the doll out the window.
I would've
And
thrown
then
both
would've
out the window.
I would
Yeah, I
have
love how she's like-
alleviated Chucky and seen if anything.
Yeah, I love how
changed.
she like instead of like being like, okay, there's an issue here with my kid and this doll.
Yeah,
She didn't instead of taking the doll away,
exactly.
she just like, oh, here's your dolly here and tucks it in with.
But the Madison's trying to get rid of the kid.
Madison's ready to throw the fucking kid out the window.
I will throw that child out the window. It doesn't even matter.
Not the doll though. Not,
Not
the
the
thing he's
doll.
talking to.
Oh, I'll just leave the house.
And
You'll
that's
leave.
the
So you'll
only
throw
time
the
they
kid out the
started
window
having
and leave the
problems.
house.
Yes, the doll can stay where it's at. I'm not touching the doll. I'm not taking the chance of Chucky pulling a knife out of his sleeve.
Or you could just throw the doll out the window.
I have to touch it to do that. What if he pulls the knife out of his like sleeve and stabs me or slits my throat? I don't
So
need that.
this is a teenage perspective because she has no kids of her own.
And she obviously has no.
No, I only have siblings, so.
I'd like to throw all them out the window.
yeah.
I don't know. So this movie by far though is still the best in the franchise. This is still the best movie of the franchise. Some would argue that the second one is the best, but I disagree. I think the
I
first
think
one
the
is.
first one is too.
I think the first one's the best
From
one.
what I've seen, the first one. I've only seen Seed of Chucky, Bride of Chucky, and the new show. I watched part of the one where they're in the house, but I can't remember what that was. Cult of Chucky?
That's Curse of Chucky.
Curse
Yes.
of Chucky. I'd seen part of that, but Ada stopped watching it while Ada's my sister.
It was all right. Curse of Chucky and then Cult of Chucky's okay.
Oh, did I tell you guys that Ada told me that she had a crush on Chucky whenever she was little?
No, she didn't. She was scared shitless of him.
I know. She was like, I'm pretty sure I had a crush on Chucky whenever I was a child. And I
Oh,
was,
she was scared shitless of that fucking doll.
so was I. I had nightmares of him. I imagine like they had this little hole under my bed that they all lived in, and like they dragged me under my.
Actually, a movie. What is that movie called?
What is it?
Where there's like that big black hole underneath the kid's bed. What is that? We just watched it.
Oh,
not
that's
too
Little
long ago.
Monsters.
Yeah, Little Monsters.
Yeah.
Well, they dragged me under and started like cooking me like they do in those weird cannibal movies where they put the people on the sticks and they start like turning them around and it like slow cooks them.
Like a shish
whatever.
kebab.
No,
Yeah,
that's
for
not
the
a shish
fire?
kebab. That's not a shish kebab. That's a
Like they cook
like
pigs
when they
that,
cook a
too.
pork. It's called a roast. They
Yeah.
roast you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they started doing that, and then I woke up, and I was scared to be in the
That's
room by myself
really
because like
weird.
before I was dragged under the bed. I was talking to Ada. She was at her like little vanity thing.
It's so funny
was
listening
talking
to
to her.
kids and their like scary nightmares. Whenever they're like, "Oh, I had a dream about Chucky," whereas we're having nightmares about real life shit, like
Right.
I
getting
don't
the
have
bills paid and or
I don't-
breaking down on the side of the highway. Like,
You should have seen one of my nightmares I had once. We were sitting in like a France place. I think I told Crystal this one already. We were like sitting in this France place. We were at a cafe. It's all nice outside, and all of a sudden,
Oh, this was just like last week.
yeah, and there was like an earthquake. I had the dream whenever we still lived, like, whenever I still lived with Mom. And, like, the ground opened up and swallowed Gavin whole. And I was like, no, Gavin! And Ada was
but
laughing.
you want to throw him out of a window. Jesus Christ.
I don't know.
All right, so this movie is so one of the best lines in the movie is at the end where it said, "This is the end, friend." Like when
This
before he
is
lights
the end, friend.
and then he lights his ass on fire.
Uh-huh.
Like that's one of the coolest one-liners from I've ever heard a child deliver in a movie.
Yeah.
This is
We're
the
friends
end,
till the
friend.
end, Andy. This is the end, Chucky.
Oh, friend.
No, he
Friend,
says.
that's what I said.
He says, "I'm still Chucky. Wanna play?"
Yeah,
and then he
that's a
dies.
good one. That's a good one,
Uh,
Wanna play? But like I said, this is still the best movie in the whole fucking franchise. That new show, man, I just can't. I can't get through it. I can't do it no more. I can't do their new movies. Anything after the third one sucks. I'll give Bride of Chucky a little bit of credit.
Me and Ada went through a
But-
phase where we were obsessed with Bride of Chucky. Watched it all the time.
But it's annoying. I hate Jennifer Tilly. I can't
I
stand
can't
that
stand her
woman.
voice.
I can't stand that woman's voice. She can't act. I just don't like her. I don't like her.
It's too fake.
Yeah, she's just I don't like her. I've never liked her. And I just like nobody can act in
Not
that
since
fucking
the Cinderella
show.
story for me.
Not since ever for me. I've never liked her. I'm not a huge fan of the movie, or I mean, I'm not a huge fan of this series, and I'm not here. The worst one is Seed of Chucky. That movie was complete garbage. Whenever they made Chucky into a fucking joke, then it just started getting really bad. Like in the first one, especially in the second one, and even in the third one, he was still like scary and formidable. I remember.
Yeah, that's one thing I noticed. Like
Yeah, I
the
do
old
not like his
Chucky
looks
is
now.
scarier than like the new Chucky. Like a lot scarier.
He doesn't
like,
joke around. It's not all a fucking joke.
Right,
And
and,
he's
his
not
facial
buff.
expressions are like his facial expressions are more realistic now that or then or in 1988 than they
Back
are now.
whenever they did the movies, they had the animatronic and then they had the doll. So the doll.
And then a guy wearing a mask. I wrote that down too.
Well,
like,
it was-
looked
there
like
was
he
a little
wearing
person, yeah,
mask.
wearing-
Yeah, a little person.
Well, I don't know if it's a kid
It
or
looked like
what.
a
I think it's a
kid.
kid that does it. But like there's a difference whenever they have the doll, it's just a doll. But whenever he goes like freaks out, his face is less shiny and like he looks like he's got real skin and he turns into this freakish fucking like killer doll. It's insane.
Right.
But that was the scariest part. And I remember whenever I was a kid, because this movie would have came out, I'd have been 2 years old. It came out in '88. So I think the third one, whenever it came out on VHS, me and your Aunt Cody really, really wanted to see that fucking movie. So my mom took me to the video store, and luckily they had a copy at the video store whenever it first came out, the third one. And me and Cody were ecstatic to be able to watch it. I think I was like 7 whenever that movie came out. It's crazy. Good stuff.
Oh.
I'm glad my kids appreciate what I grew up on,
Mm-hmm.
because they don't make shit like that no more.
Oh, the girl, whenever the batteries fell out of the box, I totally would have thought those were like extra batteries. I would have never even checked.
I would have.
I wouldn't have. Like, comes with batteries included, cool. And they gave me extra.
But that never happens.
That
They
never
never
happens,
give you
yeah.
extra.
It'd have
Well,
been even
like-
funnier if she'd have picked them up and be like, "Oh, good, my vibrator ran out. Now I don't have to go to the store."
You're complaining
It's even
about
called good guy batteries.
What I do want to know is how his plastic teeth can leave a bite mark like that, drawing blood as well.
Well, they're plastic. I can see it. It would hurt.
Yeah, but
And he's got little chompers, man.
He does. He has really tiny teeth, and tiny things make are easier to puncture.
It was too real.
If that was the most unrealistic thing for you, then...
It wasn't the most unrealistic. I just seen it and I'm like, what the no.
Well, you don't think he could bite you and leave a mark like that?
Not like that, no. Go get a doll and
No.
I will press down and it will not bruise or draw blood or look like that, I promise.
I can't.
I am not a I don't know. I don't have much on this movie because I've seen it so many times that I don't know what to look for with it.
I have
anymore.
another one. So how convenient was it that there was no glass in the windows whenever Andy was in that hospital, and there was only bars for Chucky to escape?
I didn't understand that either. Like, why? Okay, for one, so they live in New York or Jersey or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I think they live in New Jersey. They live in New Jersey because that's where Chucky's from. He's from Hackensack, New Jersey.
Yeah.
So I don't understand. So it's the middle of winter and there's no windows and there's bars over these windows, but you got a kid locked up in this fucking room with the fucking window wide open in the middle of winter.
Yeah.
Like, you're gonna freeze that kid out, dude.
No,
Just
it
the
wasn't
bars.
wide open. There was no window.
Was there no window?
There was
no
no window
window.
at all. It was only like a cutout and then bars.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. You're trying to freeze that kid
And then
out.
he was just like
Yeah.
leaning out of the window looking at Chucky run up the stairs.
They better have some good heat in that bitch. I'm telling you.
Heat
Fucking-
the outside too?
Yeah, you
Jesus.
better heat it all, man. Fucking snow outside my window better be melted.
Oh god. Oh, whenever the police officer got into a car crash, was I the only one that noticed he only had one cut on his hand? He didn't have any cuts on his face or anything. It was
He's
just his
hardcore,
hand.
man.
I
If
didn't even notice that.
you didn't know, he was in the original Fright Night.
That's not Child's Play though.
I know, but I'm saying, like, that guy was in the original Fright Night. He played the vampire from Fright Night. So maybe he was a vampire in Chucky too.
Okay.
Just saying. I don't remember his name. It's not important.
Partial dad jokes part 2.
So, oh yeah, I talked about the score for this. I remember, like, this is one of them scores that whenever you hear it, you know it's Child's Play because of the childish, like, what do they call those? With the, ding ding, what do they call those? The xylophone.
Yeah.
The
With
xylophone.
the different colors on them. And
Yeah.
you hit 'em.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the xylophone sounds and all that, and like the childish kind of music. Like, it's so fucking creepy. They made children's music creepy by making this movie. Whenever they made this movie,
Children's music, I've never liked children's music. I've always found it like creepy.
she used to watch Barney.
I did used to watch Barney.
She used to love Barney. I remember whenever she was 3, I think 3 or 4. I asked her, I was like, so Madison, who you gonna marry when you get older? She said Barney.
Wow. If you ever want to start a podcast, don't invite your parents on it ever.
Dad.
Especially Dad. Dad
Well, if
knows
it makes you feel any
everything.
better, the guy who used to play Barney, like in the suit, he went off and made a sex cult.
Yeah, I heard
We
something
know.
like that.
You've told us.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
made a sex cult.
Because it's okay. I used to love Barney too.
Yeah.
Used to. Long time ago.
Barney was after my time.
Barney and Monster High, and was there something else?
Barney and Monster High.
Mine was Ninja Turtles, Sesame Street, and Mr. Rogers. Love Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood.
I always hated Daniel Tiger's Neighborhood. I found it boring
I don't
whenever I
even
was
know
a
what
kid.
that is.
It's
And then as I got older, I liked Arthur.
Arthur was
I hated that one too. I found
my-
it boring.
Yeah.
Seriously, every day.
But then it was
Arthur.
like-
I would every day.
I didn't watch
On
educational
repeat.
shows. I watched I was into like
Ninja Turtles. That was the other
Rugrats
one.
and
Rugrats.
Doug,
That
and
was
all
the
that
other
fun
one I was
stuff.
always
Yep.
into. Ninja
Ah Real
Turtles.
Monsters.
Hey Arnold.
Hey Arnold was a good one. Man, the good old days.
Yep.
Dad,
Fuck,
that was
I'm
the
old.
other one that I got into whenever I was a kid. Ninja Turtles.
Ninja Turtles.
I remember watching that all the time.
You still do. I love that my kids love the things that I loved whenever I was young. Like Jackson's obsessed with Dragon Ball Z. It's amazing.
It is awesome. Why didn't you make me watch that whenever I was a kid?
I don't know. I don't know. Whenever you were a kid, I was like in my early 20s. I didn't think about that kind of stuff.
Oh, my daughter should like this.
No, I just let you like whatever you liked. You liked Barney. I was like, okay, you like Barney. That's cool. I'll get behind that. The only thing I didn't let you watch was SpongeBob. The only thing I was against you watching.
I always watched it at Grandma's, though.
The only reason why I was against it was because I read statistics on it that it made kids dumber. Well, I ain't gonna have no stupid kids, so. But now look at her. She's a good kid. She's smart. Got her own fucking podcast.
Only thanks to you, though, so thank you.
Don't thank anybody for nothing. You did the work. You're the one who wanted to do it, so.
I will be doing the work anyways.
There you go, see? But anyway, back to this goddamn movie. I don't really have a lot of
Andy's cute. Like
he was a cute child.
A very adorable kid.
What happened to him as he got older?
No kidding.
No,
though.
and
Like,
the fact that he woke up on his birthday and still woke his mom up with breakfast. In
I'd have
bed.
whooped that kid's ass. Man, you got milk all over the fucking hallway.
It was his birthday.
Fucking
though,
kitchen,
and
you
he's
could have
waking
burnt this
her
motherfucker
up.
down.
Birthday.
Huh?
He was adorable,
would've
and it
thought it
was
was
his
so
birthday.
I know, it was really
I would have
sweet
told
of
him to
him.
clean it up, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, well, you ain't open nothing until you clean up that shit.
Clean up the
But
kitchen.
Mom,
That
I'll
was
whoop your
adorable.
ass.
Oh, God.
Adorable kid.
He isn't adorable. He wasn't adorable. He had the cutest eyes, man. Little chubby cheeks. Kind of makes you wish she was still that age, huh?
Like
All
I
of
said.
them.
But at 5 or 6, she was giving us death stares and shit.
Oh, they were so bad. Ada did them too. I saw pictures of Ada's, and her child pictures literally scare me.
You
I
always
don't-
said that Jackson looked evil too.
I think you all
He's
look
got
evil.
like evil glint in his eyes whenever he was like 2. I thought he was evil.
He's
Yeah,
not evil.
I thought he was.
he's a little bit evil. He's a little bit. So you're the host, man. You keep this shit rolling.
I am. I have been. I'm the one that brought up Andy was cute.
She's over here crushing on a 5-year-old.
I am not.
Okay,
I just find him
so-
adorable.
What
I
about
have
as an adult?
Sorry.
He's like really short. He's
He
very
is
short
really
for a man.
short.
I bet he's only like 5'4", 5'3".
Hey, that's my height.
Yeah, he's not tall at all though. He like people tower
I say
over
he's
him.
a little bit taller than that. Let me look.
I don't
I'll
know.
look it up. I'll look it up. What's
I don't
his
know.
name?
I don't know.
It's
Alex something. Word. More spirit fingers.
How tall is
Man, I have really
Alex
fat
Vincent.
fingers.
You have very big man hands.
I have long fingers. Vince.
Joseph.
We just watched Terrifier, if anybody's wondering.
Vincent. He is
Or
5'5".
creepy.
He is 5'5".
Yeah, so he's small.
So he's literally an inch taller than me.
Hmm.
So he's
He's an inch smaller than you.
yeah. So
I'm taller
you
than
have
that.
no room
No,
I'm like
to
he's
6
not.
foot.
No,
You
he's not.
have no room to talk.
I'm
You
like
are
6 foot.
If
barely
he's 6
taller than
foot,
me.
then I'm 7 foot.
I'm 6 foot.
He's short.
I'm not short. I'm very tall. How do they know? This
He's
is on
5'6".
camera. They don't know shit.
He is 5'6".
I'm 5'7", actually.
Yeah.
Then I'm 5'7".
Then you're 5'7".
I know I'm not 5'7".
I know you're acting like you're 7.
I think you're just shrinking.
I think you're just retarded.
Only so it's okay for her.
You're
to
the
have
one
a
that
crush
raised me.
on Andy.
Not crushing on Andy. He's an adorable child. Jackson was an adorable child.
You all were adorable at one point.
That's rude.
At one point.
I'm still adorable.
All right, so
I do have something.
what?
So at the end, toward the end, Chucky is like stabbing his mom through the door, and he gets her in the hand, I believe it is.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And she still proceeds to keep her face at the door.
Right, what was
Why?
that?
Move your face.
It was part of the effect because he was stabbing closer to her face, and her screams got louder.
But she could have moved.
She could have.
I just was like, okay.
That's dumb white people stuff right there.
You're not wrong there.
I'm glad you said white and not blonde because we've been fighting.
Blonde people stuff. She was blonde, wasn't she?
was
That
blonde.
was blonde.
That's-
people
I was
She's
waiting.
dumb white blonde
I
girl
was
stuff.
waiting on you to say it, and then you said that. I was like, okay.
That's
yeah, I
dumb
can
white.
go with
That's
that.
dumb white girl shit.
Oh,
That's funny.
yeah, Crystal, that would be you.
That would be you have your
Definitely
face
not.
for the. It'd be me in the back. Get your fucking face off
No,
the
it
door.
wouldn't. I'm smarter than that. They just make blondes to be dumb in movies, and that's not how life works all the time for all of us.
Tell me in the moment your blonde genes wouldn't kick in, your bleach wouldn't soak right to your brain and place your face
No.
right against
No,
that
you
door.
guys do more stupid shit than I do.
On
We
purpose,
broke a
though.
Swiffer.
Not on purpose.
We broke a Swiffer.
No, I'm
So
saying like on
what?
a daily basis, like your clumsiness,
I'm
and you're
not
like
even that clumsy
run into
anymore.
something and look at it and be like,
Yeah,
"Why'd
but you
do
see,
that?"
under pressure, I might be clumsy, but under pressure, under pressure, I'm like a fox, man.
Literally.
A fox.
It's us Kramers, dude.
I'm like a fox under pressure, like
We got
fucking
like
firm.
reflexes.
Yeah, like Chucky, dude. Chucky wouldn't even make it
The
5
only
minutes.
thing you have reflexes with is your toes picking stuff up off the floor.
My monkey toes, I'm good at that. People relate to that. People do that. I've been doing it since I was like, I don't know, young.
All right.
So, what'd you think about the knife design, though?
That was awesome.
I know. Why did they do away with that sweet ass knife?
Stop
That
doing
knife
that.
Why'd they do away with the knife? The sweet fucking knife.
He got
Like-
that knife from that weird voodoo guy.
Yeah, then why did he get rid of it? Like that should have been a staple of his. Like that should have stuck with him throughout like the whole series.
The whole franchise.
Yeah, especially for the first few movies. Like maybe
I think they should have made like it better how he got that cool knife, because I did not see him pick up that knife unless I just missed
The
it.
knife is too cool for the story.
that's true. They
No.
didn't show how he picked up or when he picked up the knife.
You can tell he got it from that place because he doesn't have it until that place, and it just seems like the kind of place that you would get that knife from. But like,
Maybe well he did have to take a ride there and shit. So maybe he picked it up on his way. Maybe stopped at like a cutlery shop or
right,
something
like
like
we
that.
don't know though.
Like, well, you know, I
It's a
don't know.
possibility.
It's a possibility. Maybe it was a $20 knife. Who knows?
I feel like if they would have showed more of that, then they would have kept it.
He's probably walking by a flea market and was like, "Ooh,
Ooh.
50% off that sweet looking knife."
He wouldn't have even paid for it. He would have been like, mine. Nobody's gonna know.
You
'cause I'm
don't
a
know that.
doll.
You only know who he kills on screen. For all you know, off screen, he might be the sweetest little killer doll you ever met.
Sweetest little killer doll, because that makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
You never know, man. You never know.
No.
Just saying. I don't know. Would you guys hang out with Chucky
If he didn't try to kill me.
Yeah.
if he was in a cage?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think I could, man, because I feel like he'd just sit there and talk shit the whole time.
I know, that's what makes it so
That
funny.
would be great.
And for about 10 minutes. And you're like, all right, dude, shut up. And then he wouldn't shut up because he'd start getting under your skin because he's also, he does.
That's when I'd
Yes,
start
I would like
beating
to
up
visit
the
with Chucky
cage.
for 10 minutes. and
That's
be
when I'd
done.
start beating up the cage. What'd you say about me? Bam, bam. Think not.
I think the worst thing they did to this franchise was put Jennifer Tilly in it.
Yes. It just makes the whole show annoying.
Yeah. I don't know. I think Madison needs to watch the second and third one too.
Have
'Cause
fun.
They're good. They're good movies. They're really-
Oh, I thought you meant season.
no,
There's
I
only
mean,
two
I was like,
seasons.
there's only 2 seasons. But no, I'm talking
couldn't
about
finish
the
second
movies.
season.
That's how
I liked the
forgetful it
first
is.
season of the thing. They made it.
I didn't even
like-
care for the first season.
I did. I liked it. It
But
wasn't
Crystal
that
was
bad,
all about
but-
it. Said we had to watch the second one. I was like,
And then the second one came, and
It
it
was awful.
and then she got halfway through. I was like, I'm done with this. I was like, just as it's starting to pick up momentum, like.
She was done with it on the first episode.
No, she was there until like they found Andy. Spoiler alert! They found Andy in that cabin or
Spoiler.
whatever. At the end of the episode, she's like, "I'm done with this show." I'm like, but
I
it's
was
starting to
done
get
before
good.
the end of the episode. I just didn't want to watch it anymore, even from the beginning of that episode. I
I'm a
was done.
completionist, man. I gotta finish the shit. But will I watch season 3? Probably not. Probably not.
It
Terrible.
will probably end up forcing me to watch the second season just so we can watch the third season.
I don't know. I think that if I'd have to
I have
see
eczema.
I'd have to see some good trailers for the third season before I decided. It'd have to have real potential. I know that bringing Andy in for like 2 or 3 episodes is dumb. Bringing Kyle in for 1 or 2 episodes is dumb. They should have been the main focal point of the whole series.
Yeah.
And all that. Like, same as, what's her face? Brad Dourif's daughter.
Oh, yeah.
I can't remember her name.
Now you got me not remember her name.
I can't remember her name.
Nika.
Yeah, Nika.
Yeah.
I liked her. She was a good, like, that's the sad part with that show is
They really
they
did
fuck
her
the good
dirty.
characters over, man. They do the good characters dirty. Like that girl in the 2nd season that became the other girl's friend. I really liked her character. I thought she was fun and goofy, and she was like down to earth. And then they fucking killed her off. I'm like, dude.
Oh, you're talking about the red.
Yeah, kill off the dumb fucking blonde that nobody
killed
likes.
her?
Huh?
I didn't
More
watch that when they
blonde
killed her.
jokes.
Oh yeah, she's dead. She's dead. She died.
Are you for real?
Yeah, she got thrown out of a window.
I liked her.
I know.
She was like the best part of that whole season.
I know, it sucked. I was like, really? You're gonna kill off one of the best characters of the whole fucking show that you just introduced, you know, and then
That's so dumb.
same as Devon Sawa, like they bring him in and kill him off every fucking season. Like
Who?
Devon Sawa, he was the dad's in the first one.
Oh yeah.
He's the
Did
priest.
the priest die?
Yeah. And actually his death is pretty awesome though.
Yeah.
What happened to him?
He blows up.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler
I
alert.
already said spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. He blows up. So if you want to watch it,
We're not even talking about Child's Play. We're talking about Chucky.
well, it's all the same. It's all the same. It's all the same
We're not
shit.
talking about Chucky. We're talking about
Child's Play is a good movie. It's better. If you want some real Child's Play, some real Chucky action, watch the first 3 movies. After that, I recommend you don't watch anymore.
You'll ruin it.
Yeah. Just pretend like none of the other stuff happened and just stick with the first 3 movies. Like, oh, that's the end of Chucky.
No more watching Chucky for me.
I love Chucky.
Too.
Yep. So, Madison,
Yes.
what do you say? What do you want to do? You want to get into reviewing this thing or what?
Okay.
You're the fucking host. Why am I doing it? Okay.
Well, I don't know.
Keep it going.
How did you guys feel about it? Not your ratings, not yet. How do you guys feel about the movie? Like, what was your first reaction of the movie? Like, the first time you actually acknowledged the movie as a child. What was your
I was a
reaction?
child
What did
and I
you
was
think?
scared and I loved it. I fell in love with it.
Fuck, I don't remember the first time I watched this movie. I was definitely a little kid. But I'll tell you how I felt about the franchise whenever the 3rd one came out, because that's the earliest I can remember of watching it. I know that Chucky he did scare me, but not like he scares people now, I think.
No.
Like, whenever you guys watched it as a kid, you guys were scared shitless of it. But for me, I mean, I was scared of him, but I also knew, like, I was one of them kids that, like, I watched horror movies and shit like that whenever I was Jackson's age. So movies didn't scare me. My mom let us stay up till 10 o'clock at night to watch Tales from the Crypt and shit on HBO. So I was immune to it because I knew it wasn't real. This is why we watched a Terrifier the other night and I'm laughing at it all because it's not real.
Funny.
It's not real. It's fake. So, you know, that part where he cuts that girl in half, that shit's funny, dude.
That's what you should check out.
Terrifier 1 and 2.
1 and 2.
You want to see some good practical effects? That's the shit right there, man. Some good gore. But yeah, so whenever I was a kid, though, I mean, I loved it. I thought it was great. Cody was more obsessed with Chucky than I was, though. She loves Chucky. I think Chucky is more of a, I think it's more of a woman's type of horror than it is for men for some reason. I've noticed that.
I love all horror. So.
Well, I know. I'm just saying, like, you love all horrors.
You must like my mom.
Horror movies.
Horror movies. But anyway, so I think that Chucky was more. Women are more attracted to that sort of horror for some reason because
Attracted to
I don't
Chucky.
know why. Like, well, I meet you meet a lot of women that are like, oh, I love Chucky. I love Chucky. Like Cody, you guys all love Chucky, and I was like, but
I don't like Chucky that much.
Yeah,
Not
but that was
much.
like one of the first scary movies that I watched,
Right.
and I loved it.
I think The Conjuring, like that whole
Because-
series, is more of like more women are into that because Cody loves it. You
Yeah,
like
that's
it,
that
don't you?
supernatural shit though.
What?
I
That's
love
why.
Supernatural, so, like the Conjuring series and everything.
Yeah.
I like that.
Why do you think Supernatural was such a huge hit? It's got 2 hot guys and a bunch of supernatural shit in it. But I can't say much because I love Supernatural too.
Yeah, he finds them both hot, so don't let him lie.
Not
That's why
even
he said
lying,
that.
dude.
That's why he said that.
I'm not even lying.
Jensen all the way.
I'm more of a Jensen Ackles guy. I'm a Dean guy too, so
Dean is not the long-haired.
No, that's
yeah,
Sammy.
that's Sam.
Okay. I've never watched Supernatural, so I wouldn't know.
Supernatural's a shit. If you haven't seen that, watch it. But yeah, so I love the movie and I've loved the franchise since I was a little kid. So there's not much more I can say about it. I
Right.
own all but the last 2 of the movies. So I have 1, 2, 3, Bride of Chucky and Seed of Chucky. I just need Cult of Chucky and Curse of Chucky.
Mm.
So, and I'll never buy the fucking series because that's garbage.
So
Crystal.
yeah.
I basically already said it.
Basically, already said what?
What I think about it. Oh, no, she's hosting. She continues.
What do you think
She
about
asked
it?
me what I thought of the movie. I told her. Now it's your
I
turn.
know. And I already said mine first and then you went into yours.
Oh yeah. She
I'm already done. I'm short
She
and
was
sweet.
like, it was scary.
You don't like it when I'm short and sweet.
You are short, but you're not sweet.
Mm. She didn't get it.
Only if she knew.
That's not even funny.
That is hilarious.
That is not even funny.
It's funny that you. It's even funnier that you chimed in on
That
it.
is not even funny. Oh my god.
Nothing's better about being a parent than torturing your kids.
You love us.
All right.
Anyways, my first thoughts on my first thoughts on the movie. It was a little. I liked it. I loved it.
It was a little. I liked it. I love it.
I want some more of it.
If it depends on the person, if I would watch it again. If my sister asked me to watch it again, I would definitely watch. Sorry, I'm a big sister person. I love my older sister.
Hey, Ada.
Hey, Ada, I know you're listening to this right now. You love me.
She's probably saying, "Like, you guys are dumb."
If you guys didn't know, my sister's like the best person in the whole world, besides Dad. Love you, Dad.
I see.
He's right there.
My sister, she's awesome. Hey, Ada. Just want to give her a little shout out.
You good?
No.
Why are we acting?
I think she snorted a line before it came out.
No, I didn't. I'm just excited, I guess. I'm happy to be here with you guys. No. Anyways, I loved the movie. It was a good movie. If my sister asked me to watch it with her, I would. If you guys asked me to watch it with you again, I would. But if one of my friends did, I probably wouldn't. It's just, it wouldn't be the same with them because they'd be making fun of it and everything. Like, if I went and watched it with Bella, she'd be making fun of it, pointing out all these things, nitpicking it, saying that it's scary, which it's not. I didn't jump one time, and that's saying a lot because
You jumped at the lion at the beginning.
Yeah. She jumped at the lion, the MGM lion, right at the beginning of the movie.
It was really loud, okay? It
She's
was
like, "Oh,
loud.
I didn't know there was a lion in this movie."
That was probably the best part about watching the movie with you.
I can't help it, okay? It was loud and it sounded scary. It was like a jump scare. It was a whole jump scare. No, the movie was a good amount of scary. If I would have actually watched it whenever I was a kid, I would have been terrified. I would have jumped so many times. Like, I probably wouldn't have even went to sleep.
That's what they were going for.
They didn't want little kids to watch it, obviously, because it's rated R.
My mom let me watch it.
I wasn't allowed.
There was never any nudity in the movies. The only person that cusses really is
Chucky.
Chucky. So, and aside from that, the deaths and the kills in
I think it was
the movies
I
are
can't say that.
fairly mild. It's not overly gory or anything like that.
I think
like,
it was because of the scene in the alleyway with the dude. That might have been why.
No, well, there's a lot of F-bombs in it and things like that. Plus, there's
This was like in 1988.
yeah. Well, there's a lot of
where
terror
have
and things like
changed.
that. So, but yeah, for the most part, like I don't know if they would have cut out some F-bombs, it probably would have been a PG-13 movie. But
Yeah.
other than that, I mean, it's the terror. It's a horror movie. They're gonna rate them R if it's based on how scary it is.
Mhm.
So, but
All right, you guys. Who wants to go first?
all right, I'll go first. I'll see you guys at home.
No, hold on now. Back up.
Back up.
Pause. Replay. All right. What would you rate this movie on a
Well-
scale from 1 Padres to 5 Padres?
Padres.
Padres. I said it
Padres.
wrong,
1
okay?
Padre to 10
I can't
Padres.
say things right.
Okay, so we're doing it in Padres. I will give this movie. Man, it's a classic. I'll give it 8 Padres.
I said 1 out of 5 Padres.
Oh, so 4 Padres. I'll give it a 4. I'll give it 4 Padres.
4.25.
4.25.
Yeah, that's what you said. You said 8.5. So
Vibrating.
that does not sound right, Dad.
Wow.
It was his phone.
Yeah.
It was his phone.
4 Padres for Dad.
4.25,
That's
but okay. Okay. Out of 5 Madres,
Why don't you just keep it with Padres?
because she's not a pa,
I think that Padres sound cool.
Ma.
5 Padres.
I'll make it hatchets.
There you go. 5 hatchets.
5
That's a good
hatchets.
one.
There you go. So 1 out
5
of 5
chops.
hatchets.
5 chops. Hatchet chops. Hatchet chops.
I like
Out
hatchets
of 5
better.
mad hatchets, what would you
Yeah.
give it?
Mad hatchets is a good
Well,
one.
since Dad took my score,
Okay, well, I'm going
gonna
back.
Go
I
with
want
4
to do
too.
4 mad hatchets.
No, I'm not
No,
done.
stick
You
to
can't go
Padre.
back.
Uh,
I give it 4 mad hatchets.
4 mad hatchets.
4 mad hatchets.
Yes.
What about you, Madison? What do you give Child's Play 1988?
I don't know. This is a hard one, you guys. First episode. Got my tongue tied and everything. I think, I'll have to give it a 4.25 mad hatchets.
4.25 mad hatchets.
Which roughly translates to 8.5 Padres, but
8 what? What'd you say?
8.5
8.5
Padres.
No, it's more like 8 point.
We'll call it Dodres since I'm a daughter, right?
It'd be 8.
There you go. I
8
still like
point,
mad
it'd be
hatchets better.
8.75, wouldn't it? Or no.
What are you on?
No, 8.2. 8 point. God,
he
fuck it.
did a
You
line
know
of
what?
coke
It's
with
that
you.
many.
You just double it, Dad.
Yeah, I know. Double what?
It would be 8.5.
Oh, yeah. You're right.
Oh, wow. All that for that?
8.25.
But
You're
on the
one that
dumb
Hold
blondes.
on, you're the one that
I
corrected
didn't say
my
it,
she
math
did.
last night. How did you not just...
I got this. Just
He can
continue.
divide it, but he can't multiply it. What sense does that make?
What?
I'm just going to keep my comments to
I don't know, man.
myself.
I'm not. I know good at math. I don't know good math.
Or grammar. Oh, God. Where'd you get this poster at?
Add it.
For how long?
I don't know. A while since last summer.
You forced me to watch that movie.
Yeah, it's good. Back to the movie here, Madison. Stay on track.
Yeah, no kidding.
She gets distracted easy.
Very easily.
So
Did you know that ADHD runs in the family on mom's side?
yeah, okay.
I probably don't have it, but all of my
Oh,
brothers
really? Because
do.
I beg to differ.
Who just got distracted with, where'd you get that poster?
Where'd you get
no,
that
that's
poster?
me growing into my autism.
Oh man.
It's a long story. Don't ask.
Anyway,
Are you growing out of it now?
Nah.
anyway, so what do you want to tell? You got 10 minutes left. What are you gonna do for next week?
Oh god. Next week, should I tell them the person that I'm going over?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, give them an idea what you're doing next week. So,
But I don't want them to do research on it, because
Okay.
I want them to have a reaction too. So if you're listening to this, like actually listening to it, hi, this is the first episode. Welcome. You're probably, if you're a repeating listener, you probably already know what's coming up next. Like if this is like eons in the future, but
eons
right
into
now
the
it's
future.
not. But where you are right now, it could be.
Wow. She's thinking really deep into this.
No, I'm not high, I swear.
So essentially what she's trying to say is every other week she's
I
going
got
to do
this,
a
Dad.
movie, and every other week she's going to do a horror story.
Yes. Yeah. Mad Hatchet horror story, Dad.
Mad Hatchet horror story.
And a Mad Hatchet
Let
horror
her do her show.
movie.
Letting her do her show.
Anyways, eons in the future people. Hi. And eons in the now
Oh
people.
boy.
Hello.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be a wild ride, man.
I'm trying to stall. I have 10 minutes.
I mean, sure. You don't have to stall. You don't have
You
to.
could go over in the next week.
Yeah.
By 8.5 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, next week we're doing Dennis Nilsson. I'll give you a little bit.
Little
just a
teaser.
little teaser.
No teaser.
They call him the British Jeffrey Dahmer and the Kindly Killer. If you've ever heard of either of those.
The Kindly Killer.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
But I'm not gonna give you anything else because I'm gonna have somebody react to it. I don't know who yet or who's yet.
I'm
That's not
definitely
right,
going to be
Grandma.
here because this is going to be very interesting. She's been doing her
Yeah, but I'm
research.
doing it with
I have.
her.
You're doing it with her?
So expect to
Ride
see
is
these
my
two
stuff.
next week again.
Mm-hmm.
If you're a repeating listener.
I'm interested in these
eons?
murders, in these crazy murderers and stuff. So
I want you guys' reactions to be like super dramatic too. So
she's been doing her homework. I walked up in her room last night and she was up there on her floor
I was
looking
trying
up a
to
bunch
do
of
it this morning
research.
before we left,
Yeah,
but I didn't get much time on it today.
and you got a whole week, so
I also have all of tonight. I know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna get it finished, and then I'm not gonna be so excited for Monday, and then Monday's gonna roll around, and I'm gonna freeze up and start stuttering and everything. It's exactly what's gonna happen.
kind of like today.
Yeah, I've been
get
stuttering
the
a
hang
lot
of
and
it.
fidgeting.
Mm-hmm. Just-
Anyways. Take a deep breath and be extra.
You're being very extra. You gonna sign you out or?
Anyways, long pauses are a part of my personality. If you didn't know, well, you obviously don't, but now you do, unless you're a repeating listener from eons in the future. Anyways, this was the Mad Hatchet horror movie week. This is the Mad Hatchet horror movie week,
Hour. Mad Hatchet Horror Hour.
but this is movie week, Dad. It wouldn't sound right if I said Mad Hatchet Horror Hour Movie Week. I'm not there yet. Okay, this is Mad Hatchet Horror Hour Week, and you are watching the Mad Hatchet Horror... Wait, what did I just say?
Oh, fuck, man. There's a lot of H's.
He's got me confused, okay? This is Mad Hatchet Horror Movie Week, and you are listening and or watching the Mad Hatchet Horror Hour. Tune in next Monday, or if you're a repeating listener, go ahead and listen to the next one. There isn't a next one now, but there will be. What was I saying? Watch it or listen to it. Either or doesn't bother me. Anyways, I'll see you guys. Not see you guys. Bye. Say bye.
Bye.
Hey.
Oh, God, bye.